Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today for this weekly forecast. It feels like it's been forever, and it's only been 2 weeks. Everybody just get comfy. I'm just saging my cards. I hope everyone's doing good. The energies right now, guys, keep on plugging in. We're stepping into some new things, whether we're ready or not, and it's so uncomfortable sometimes, but it's okay. And before I do these readings, I always meditate before and always ask what guidance the divine has, whatever the divine is to you. And they say, just keep trying. So everybody, I know we're all doing our best, whether it's in our relationships with ourselves and others, career, mental health, whatever it is, we're moving. And sometimes we falter, and sometimes we fall, and sometimes we mess up and make mistakes, or we feel we're going back. That's okay. That's okay. Just get back up and try again. That's the message I'm hearing. Don't compare yourself. Maybe everyone's saying, oh, it's so obvious, just do it already, or get over it, or come on, and so you're beating yourself up thinking, I should have been here by now. Why can't I just let go of this relationship? Why can't I just get out of this job? Why, and you're criticizing yourself. Stop. So let's push all the voices out. Let's push everyone else's voice out, sometimes your own as well, and let's just be, it's okay. Let's replace the term let it go with let it be. It's so less stressful, guys. So this week, it's all about stepping up, moving forward, and it's okay if you make a mistake. There really are none. Just get back up and try again. And do your best not to beat yourself up. When we're going to enter new territory, which we're doing, we're going into these new energies, these new spaces. The universe really is asking for change, and it's like a revamp, like a complete recalibration. So don't get so hard on yourself when you don't go easily, when you're struggling, when you're dragging things in, when you falter, when you have those thoughts, when you answer that phone call again or make that text message, or don't stand up for yourself, even though you've been trying to. It's okay. Say, it's okay. I'm going to try again. And I'm going to do it. At some point, I'm going to do it. You're going to get better and better and better. Guys, and the new moon is coming. Yay. I try not to be biased because there's a season for everything, but I love new moons. I feel like, okay, all right, building back up again. So we're going to jump in. We're going to be doing a reading for all signs. Now, whether you're Western or Vedic, doesn't matter, but always look at your sun, your moon, and your ascendant. Hi, guys. I'm so happy you guys joined. Happy Saturday. So we're going to jump in, but I just wanted to start with that little beginning piece because, guys, life is already hard enough, without us making it worse, especially with our own thoughts and our own pain. Sit with it. Do the emotional freedom technique, do tapping to release some of the stress, take some vitamin B complex if you're very stressed, take some box rescue remedy, take a sea salt bath, be outside in nature, eat lots of yellow foods like mangoes and pineapples and oranges. It'll help to relieve if anyone's going through any kind of depressive or anxiety-ridden time. Take some melatonin to help sleep. Sit in meditation, sit in prayer, commune with whatever it is. Guys, step by step. We're getting there, guys. The second half of this year, it's going to be better. Okay. Let's do this, guys. Aries first. Sometimes I like to go backwards, but then every now and then I miss a sign, so we're just going to go forwards. Now, of course, I'm always asking, what guidance does the energy of this sign need this week? What guidance is required to help you move forward or cope or focus on, okay? So let's all just take a deep breath together. Doesn't matter if you're watching this later, and let's begin. Okay, and I've been doing this 2-card kind of spread, so I'm keeping with it. You guys have the 10 of Ariel and the Ace of Michael. This week for you guys, it's really about communing with everything that you're grateful for, Aries, whether you're spending more time with family or friends, maybe you're spending more time in the communities that you love. You're using a lot of your time to invest in the things that invest in you. Does that make sense? So, whether it's friends, colleagues, family, support groups, you're really taking time out to be with them, whether it's having a weekend retreat, whether it's having dinner, having a play date. When you have the Ace of Michael, you really are trying to clear up communication. You're having these new ideas on how to better bond, how to better assimilate, how to better connect. And a lot of it has to do, Aries, with how you communicate with people. You're having this idea like, I want to be honest, I want to be clear, I want to be loving, because maybe some of the ways I come across doesn't always receive that way. And that's great. This is a beautiful week for you, Aries. It really is about all the rich and rewarding family life, whether it's blood or friends or soul tribe, and all that gratitude. So you're investing a lot of time, a lot of your new ideas into that, which is great. So many times we look at readings like, what about, money and finance and careers? We forget that we need to nurture the roots. So all we're looking at is the plant, but this week, Aries, you're nurturing the root. You're investing financially, so money-wise, time-wise, love-wise, whether you're taking your family on a vacation or a dinner or a trip, or really just investing in the long term, the people and the things that are long term, and having a lot of energy and ideas and community with that. Okay, Aries, now I know that might sound like, what? That's my whole week. That's a theme of this week, and this is what the energies would like you to focus on. Sometimes we hustle, and don't recognize, like, you can drive a car, but eventually it's going to stop without gas. You've got to invest, and that's what you're really doing. Understanding that that's what really is of value to you. Recognizing that when, these people have been with me through the hard times. This class or these colleagues have really grown with me, and I'm really investing in giving back. So Aries, it's a beautiful week. You have a lot of great ideas. Keep open, keep honest with the communication. Don't hold back. And when it comes to vulnerability, Aries, of course, when it comes to being harsh or straightforward, let's think twice, speak once. Being an Aries, I can say that. But definitely come from the heart. Be open, be vulnerable, and show that gratitude, Aries. It's good. It's really going to nourish you and nurture you for the weeks to come. All right, Taurus. I'm feeling very chilled, relaxed morning. Usually I'm so full of energy and vibrancy, but I think it's just overcast, and it's just the energy. This waning moon has me just more chill. Okay, I don't know why I'm explaining this. Taurus. Okay. Ooh, okay. Very clear. 7 of Gabriel and the 8 of Gabriel. Taurus, this week for you, you want movement, Taurus. You want to, I feel like saying shake and bake. I'm not sure if anybody's ever seen Talladega Nights, but it's you want movement. There's things that need to change. There's things that need to move forward. And Taurus, this week is all about claiming your personal power, standing up for yourself, standing up for the boundaries, being confident in yourself. And as scary as that might seem sometimes, because we think of confrontation when we think of standing up for ourselves, but it doesn't have to be a fight. It could be as simple as, you know what? I know, this is who you are, but that's crossing my boundaries. I find it disrespectful. I don't want to do this anymore. This is not okay. Or saying, you know what? I earned that position. I deserve that promotion. If that's not where I'm going, then obviously I don't have a future with this company. I'm going to look elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's really standing up for your personal beliefs, claiming your power and knowing, you know what? I do deserve better. I do want more. I am worth it. I have enough. These are examples, by the way, but it's action oriented. And the moment that you do that, Taurus, just even a little bit, things are going to move very, very quickly. Now, I always tell people, the universe loves affirmations, but it loves action more. And the reason is because action is free will in motion. So we can do affirmations, which are amazing, very healing, great for the subconscious and long-term manifestations. But if we're affirming I have my own successful company. I have my own successful company. But then we continue to stay in a dead-end job because we're terrified of losing that financial security. Contradiction in energies, Taurus. So therefore, the universe is going to go with, well, they have free will and their actions are choosing to stay here, so we're going to support that choice. But if in that moment you speak and you say something and you claim even a little bit of space, the universe will they're choosing this direction. The universe has no preference. It just goes with what you're choosing. It gives you whatever it is you want, and whatever it is you want, they assume is what you're focusing on, which, as we know, is not the case. We focus on negative things all the time. But Taurus, this week is a week of action because it's Archangel Gabriel. It is a week of communication and movement. So some of you guys might be moving jobs. You guys might be moving houses. You guys might be moving careers entirely. It can even be moving relationships. It's movement. Now, don't get scared in any way, but it's you know what? Enough. I'm going to say no. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to put in my resignation. I'm going to start that website. And the moment you do, Taurus, bam, bam, bam. It's such a blessing because it's going to come in fast. Okay, so expect immediate results, expect quick responses to whatever it is you have to say or do, but it's going to be a blessing. Stay in that love, stay in that power. And even if you're scared, it's okay. When people do things, it's not because they're not scared. They're just fed up. It's the other stuff is greater than the fear, so get up and try again. The whole theme of this week, ready or not, guys. All right, gems. Let's see. I'm going to get a clarity card for gems really quick. Okay. So the cards you have is 9 of Michael and the 10 of Ariel. And the clarity card is the Empress. Okay, so Geminis, it looks like this particular energy is having some stress. You guys are having some anxieties. There's fears here. Maybe you guys are worried that, did I do something wrong? What if this doesn't work out? There might be shame, guilt, regret. And, what stress, when people think of stress, they think of work a lot, but stress comes with anything. Stress to have a conversation, emotional stress, emotional anxiety. It's not just cortisol, it's adrenaline. There's a lot that goes into this and your body goes out of whack. And they're saying, Gems, you don't have to worry. A lot of the things that you're freaking out about, it's just in your mind. They're not going to come to pass. Now, fear feels very real, but it's just an illusion. It's a thought, right? It's just a thought. So they're saying, surrender it up to us. Please, Geminis, every time you have a thought, say, I'm freaking out, universe, but I'm willing to surrender this to you. Please take it from me and fill me with peace. And if you have to do that 100 times a day, do it 100 times a day. Now, what's going to help you this week, because what it looks like to me, by the way, when you have the Empress cards, you're birthing new environments, Gemini. You're trying to create new environments, whether that's a new relationship, start a family, change jobs, businesses, homes, move. You're trying to create something new. Maybe you're tired of a certain way and you're like, you know what? I see where I create my own patterns. I see where I've been stuck. I've seen where I'm being in cycles. So I'm really trying to birth something better, happier, newer. And when that happens, change has to happen too, right? You can't solve a problem from the same energy it was created in. So for you, Geminis, there's a lot of anxiety that comes with some of the changes that might need to take place in order for this to come about. But they're saying, go and be afraid, but don't worry. The worry is unnecessary because you're held. So what's going to help you with this anxiety this week, Gemini, is the 10 of Ariel. It's really about gratitude, spending time with loved ones, with family. See, do you ever have it when you're sitting with friends or you're sitting with family or even coworkers and everyone's laughing, you just look around and you're just so grateful. You're like, God, I really do have good people in my life. I really do have a great job. I have a great family. I have a good, stable home. I have a soft bed. This chair beneath me holds my weight. I have food. Just that gratitude and really investing time in others versus ourselves. Because when we become stressed, we become very egocentric. Very normal. It's not I'm not shaming you on this. But when we become very egocentric, we tend to spiral. And that's why people always say, whenever you're going through hard things, donate your time. Do things for other people. It's not a cliche. It literally creates gratitude. It creates joy in seeing other people happy. It makes you feel at peace. And when you don't focus on yourself, because whatever you focus on grows, the stress and worry go down. So spend time with family, make time for friends, make time for travel, new experiences, make time for the good things in life this week, Gemini. It's going to help cruise you into the transitions that you're trying to make. So this week really is about just grounding, stress relief, sleep a little bit more, and just spend time in positive areas. And hey, you know what? If family and friends are far away, go to places that make you feel safe. Sometimes that can be a church, that can be your yoga studio, that can be your ashram, that can be a hike in nature, that can be your bedroom with some sage and some music playing and you feel aligned. But spend more investment in that. Or go donate your time, go walk a dog, go dog sit for somebody. Animals are amazing for this. So Gems, it's a great week. You're birthing new realities. You're birthing a lot of abundance. Also, the Empress card is a card of birth. So, no one wants to get pregnant out there. Be careful of that too. But really just a really rewarding family life this week. Just really focus. It's going to help you with the transition. Whew, that was winded. I'm so sorry. We're going to move on to Cancers. Whew. Let's see. Sorry, some of the same cards. One more, guys. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pull a clarity card for Cancers as well. Woo. Cancers. All the Cancers out there, I can just tell by shuffling this deck. Take a deep breath. Just, okay, because when the cards refuse to come out, when they get a little sticky, the energy is also a little like tight, like, you know, and it's all good. I'm just trying to pull one clarity card of Cancers. Thank you. Okay. Sometimes when, and it's nothing bad, guys, but sometimes when the energy is a little heavy, I'm always looking like, come on, light it up, universe. And sometimes the message is what the message is. Knight of Michael, the High Priestess, and the Decision card. And both of these two are major arcana cards. This is for you. So Cancers, a little bit of that Gemini energy is leaking into your sign as well. So there's stress. Guys, there's stress. And that doesn't mean the week isn't going to be great. This is just what the universe is asking you to process and focus on, okay? Now, you have the High Priestess and the Decision card. Cancers, there's something holding you back, guys. There's something inside of you that's not at peace, that's causing you anxiety, that's causing you stress, and it's because there's a change or a decision that needs to be made. And I get it. Sometimes I just want to curl up, pretend nothing's there, and be like, everything's fine. I don't got to deal with it. It's going to work out itself. But no, unfortunately, when it comes to a soul lesson, and these are major arcana, so this has to do with the energy's ability to transform and change, and that comes with free will. You're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back, whether you're staying in that toxic relationship, whether you're jumping from job to job and you don't understand why, whether you're afraid to move forward, whether you're afraid to take that leap, whether you don't know how things are going to go. It's almost like this emotional toxicity has built up in the body, Cancers, and it's all because of your thoughts and your stress. Do you guys ever have it when you know, I'm going to give you a relationship because that's the most basic and easy to understandable example. When you're with somebody and you're like, they don't make me happy. They frustrate me. We have nothing in common. Emotionally, I get nothing out of it. Physically, not connected. But yet they stay. And you're like, why? You know, and I've been there. And it's because of fear, right? Now, I'm using the relationship as an example. But regardless, whether it's moving out of home, changing jobs, taking that leap, we know that where you're at, or you know on some level where you're at, is probably not the best for you. But it's stressful to make that jump. So I'm going to just give you that hug, Cancer. It's stressful to make that decision. It's okay. Let's just back up a second. How can I get myself one step closer to where I want to go, right? So whether that's, you know, I don't know, everyone, depending on your situation, whether it's not being toxic toward yourself, starting to look for those new apartments, having that conversation that's uncomfortable, just opening it up, praying, meditating, doing candle work for release. There's lots of different things that you can do. But Cancer, this week is all about you doing a lot of healing work. Meditate, clear, take that sea salt back, commune. When you have the High Priestess card, there really is a lot of insight and guidance and support that the universe is trying to communicate to you, but you're either ignoring it or you're not really hearing it correctly, because it's going to bring you a lot of peace. So spend time in meditation, even though you're like, ugh, I don't want to. I'd rather watch like reruns on TV. But you're holding yourself back. You really need to detox. A lot of both of these cards are talking about unnecessary worry. Everything that you're freaking out about. Maybe you don't want to go through that pain. Maybe you don't want to go through a process. Maybe you're scared. Totally understandable. But whatever it is that's really tormenting you and keeping you stuck, it really has no ground, guys. You're gonna be better than fine. Your worry is absolutely unnecessary. Fear, understandable. It could feel like its own monster. But your worry, it's not. So just take one step. Just take one step, okay, guys? Whether it's opening that conversation, whether it's telling yourself, whether it's pulling your friends in to get like that emotional support, whatever it is, this week, spend more time sleeping, spend more time in nature, spend more time with people counselors, wise people, mentors, or even with yourself. Journal, write, just get clear, because you'll do it when you're ready. And people are like, well, what if I miss my window of opportunity? No, you do think, they're like, when you do it is when you were meant to do it. Okay, and that's up to you. So this week, lots of self-nurturance, lots of support. I don't want to say don't be afraid, but Just try. Just one little thing. Just one little thing. Even that's just being honest with yourself. Okay? Things are going to be okay. Look at all the other signs too. Okay, Leos. Okay, one more. God, this card is coming up a lot. Okay. Leos, you also have the 10 of Ariel and the Epiphany card. This has come up like 3 times, maybe 4 times. And I'm guessing that this card is coming up, guys, because a lot of us have been going through a lot. So when you have the 10 of Ariel, again, if you've already heard me say this because you clicked to the other signs, it's going to be a little bit more redundant. But this week for you, Leos, you've gone through a lot. When you have the Epiphany card, you guys have gone through some major spiritual growth. And when we go through spiritual growth, it isn't always the most comfortable growth because it's wisdom, right? And wisdom comes with experience. And sometimes that experience, oh God, it can be, I'm having palpitations just thinking about it. You're going to be fine. You guys are entering a beautiful new phase. And I think the reason the 10 of Ariel is coming up for a lot of us is because when we've been through a battle, when we're going through stuff, when we're transitioning and moving and making choices, our support network is vital. People who care about us, love us, hear us, even just support us, or just are there to have like a shoulder to cry on, those are pivotal for everybody. Humans, we are a tribal people. We are a pack people. It is necessary. Nobody's an island. So if you are of a mentality like, I don't need nobody, I can do this on my own, stop, because you're going to want to learn that lesson the hard way. Trust. You're fine. So this week for you, Leos, it's all about processing all the wisdom and all that growth and everything you've gone through so far, Leo. While some of it might have been karmic, when you have this particular card, it was a soul lesson for soul development. And what that means is this lesson wasn't just for you. You're going to help other people. You're going to share your stories. You're going to assist. You're going to teach. You're going to be now that support for others who are going through this, whether it could be in a traditional sense, you could be a healer, a counselor, a therapist, just as a friend. You could write a blog, but you're going to notice that people who have gone through what you've gone through are going to be mirroring, and you're meant to really be there to help and to support now. As we grow and get wiser, this happens. So this week for you guys, it's all about being with friends, with family, just like the other signs. I think all of us need like a reboot or something. Go travel, go to a different city, try something new, take a little vacation, spend money on that delicious dinner if you're a foodie, go have some fun. It's about really all this hard work you're doing and all the shit you've been through, pardon my French, celebrate. I'm still here. I'm growing. I'm learning. I've had to take a couple steps back. I've done a couple steps forward, maybe a little side pivot. But you know what? I'm better today than I was yesterday. And no matter what you've gone through, anybody out there, if it's been a really hard day, tell yourself, I never have to live this day again. I made it. So this week, laugh, enjoy coffee or drinks or dinner with friends and family, nurture yourself with good food, good company, good music, and really just take in the love and the support that you can. And when you have the Epiphany card, sometimes you might want a little alone time. So make sure that you process a lot of your emotions in meditation, in journaling, and in prayer. Because that aspect, that part, no one else can do for you. So when anxiety hits, so for instance, you could be with friends and family and maybe you have a little panic attack or a little lull, step out, go to the restroom, maybe go to another room, sit outside, breathe, be present with the emotion. Don't identify, just watch it like you're watching a movie. You could feel like the discomfort, but you're not the emotion. None of us are. If we were, that emotion would stay forever, right? But emotions are transient. They come in and come out, and the moment you sit with it, it passes through. So you've gone through hurdles, Leo. You're doing a beautiful job. Go celebrate, recoup, nurture yourself this week, guys. We're going to be moving on energetically for the rest of the year. So take that pump up and we're going to move forward. I hope that serves you, Leo. I think a lot of this week, I think sometimes and especially if you're a Westerner, we're always in progress, movement. What can I get? How can I go? Come on. We want quick, immediate results. Let's do this. That shit doesn't work. That's not how it works. Look at even the seasons, right? There's a time for progress, there's a time for stillness. There's a time for happiness and there's a time for sadness, for joy, for grief. And do not like the uncomfortable shit. But you know what? It's life. And trust me, if I can hop, skip, and a jump over that, I would. That's why I do so many of my manifesting webinars, because I'm learning the tricks to not avoid it, but to help us co-create instead of being victims, you know? I'm gonna get off my soapbox and jump back in. So Virgos. Let's see. Nice. You guys have the Wheel and the Four of Raphael. So first things first, that's a major arcana card. So for you, Virgos, they want your main focus to be on the newness of your life. When you have the Wheel, if you guys have had any delays, any lulls, any pauses, that's done. It's going to start moving forward in a lot of new directions. So maybe you guys got a new job, which gave you better pay, and it's affording you new options and choices. So you're purchasing, buying, investing. So you're kind of entering, this is an example, entering a new realm. Now you can invest in yourself. Maybe now you can go back to school. Maybe you can take that vacation, read those books, teach those classes. You guys are really changing directions in a lot of ways, Virgo, and it's going to offer you so much happiness. So they really want you to focus on that, because with the Four of Raphael, emotionally, you're a little scared. Emotionally, you're stuck, and you don't want to sabotage yet again, Virgo. Let's not overthink. I know. I'm telling a Virgo not to overthink. However, breathe, because when it comes to the Four of Raphael, there's so much opportunity and so much magic and so many other emotional experiences. And I know sometimes when we've gone through heavy, rough lives and we've gone through ups and downs, it's really hard to imagine. It's really hard to think, well, I've never had it, so it's just hearsay at this point. Well, just because you've never had it doesn't mean you won't. And just because you've never experienced it doesn't mean you can't. It's just how it is, right? There's lots of things that you know now that you didn't experience before, right? So they're saying, please embrace these new changes, jump, enjoy. Don't prepare yourself for the worst case scenario, because you're going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy. But they're letting you know emotionally, let's not sabotage, because that's what you're going to want to do just a little bit, Virgo. Be aware of your own emotions. Be like, you know what? I think that's just my insecurity, or I'm afraid, or just call it out. Be like, just stop yourself. I'm just going to pick a name. Like, let's say your name is Sally. Like, all right, Sally, you're doing this shit again. You love yourself. You worked hard. You deserve it. You got that new job. You're in this good relationship. The kids are good. The house is good. I'm going to take that jump. I know I've tried this jump before and it didn't work out, but this time I'm going to try. So many people, guys, no one's an overnight success. It takes years, trial and error, Virgo. You're having a beautiful, beautiful new phase for your life, and it's wonderful. So just recognize when your emotions want to make you procrastinate. Oh, maybe I'll just do this next summer. No, if you have the time and the money and opportunity, the people, do it this summer. Don't be like, well, maybe I should. No, stop. If everything's aligning, go for it. So just be aware. They're just asking you, be aware and try to be compassionate and be like, all right, I gave you that voice, but I'm going to continue to move forward, because if I want something different, I have to do something different. If I expect a different outcome, I have to try something different as well. I got to put in a different energy. It's just the way it goes. So Virgos, it's a very blessed week. Just be very aware of your emotions, and congratulations on all the new things that are coming your way. I know for the past year or two, you guys have really been in those trenches. And not saying there wasn't good times. It's just a lot of learning, a lot of growth. And I'm really happy you're enjoying this now. All right, Libras. Okay. Hey, Eugene, Oregon. I heard it's beautiful there. I heard it's very beautiful there. Okay, Libras. I came up quick. Clarity card really quickly. Oh, geez, these are just popping up for Libras. Oh, when that happens, it's like, get it done, get it done, get it done. I love that. You guys have the High Priestess and the Seven of Ariel. And just because I wanted a little bit of clarity on this card here, the other card I pulled is Eight of Ariel. So quite clear. So for you, Libras, it looks per usual. You guys are really trying to invest in the self financially, long-term planning. And a lot of your focus this week, Libras, really need to be on your work, on really taking the time, practicing your craft, practicing your, working on your creativity, your art, your artistry, your career, your passion. and really taking the time to hone and train these skills. Now, when you have the High Priestess card, what this is telling me is that while career-wise and maybe education-wise and really doing your best to meet goals and harvest all your investments, there's a lot of shit happening on the other aspects of life, relationships, family, health, things like that. And when other things are happening like that, it's really hard to focus. It is really hard. God bless all of you who can compartmentalize, because that is not my gift. I wish. I heard you can train that skill. I'm really trying. So for you, they're saying, Libra, in conjunction with this work, because right now the energy is primed to helping you really develop, really meet those goals. They're giving you opportunities for career advancement, for financial investment. You might be investing in a new home. You might be picking up new contracts. You might be collaborating with other people. You might be going back to school, getting extra training and education, and really focusing on the self-development. And at this point, you might be like, screw self-development. I'm tired. I just want to be happy. I'm exhausted. And that's okay. Totally okay. But what they're saying is spend some time equally in meditation, in visualization, in prayer, with your vision board, in focused intention, because there's a lot of guidance that's going to be had in terms of your own happiness. So whatever, it's going to help you process all the other things that are happening in your life so that you can focus on this. And people might be like, well, I really want to focus on my relationships. I don't want to focus on my work. Well, let me tell you something. Your work is very much linked to relationships, whether it's family, romantic, platonic, it doesn't matter, because your work, whether it's career, your own creative endeavors, it has to do with worth. It has to do with how we see and think of ourselves. It has to do with how we take care of ourselves and how much we invest in ourselves, because that equates to how other people treat us and invest in us and support us and work and what's the word I'm looking for? And really take care of us. Let me give an example. When you don't take care of yourself, when you put everyone else first, your partners, and put yourself last, guess what? Everyone else will put you last. They'll put themselves first, and they won't invest in you either. It's not because you deserve it. It has nothing to do with that. It's energy. Everything's energy and frequency. So this week, what's really going to help you move forward, ironically, in all the other areas, is by focusing on you. Focusing on that work, pushing through, making those new goals, making those new plans. Just make sure that in the morning, in the middle of the day, at night, whenever you have to, you step back and you pray and you meditate and you ask for guidance, you ask for support, you ask for that strength, and you keep pushing. But it's a very successful work in terms of finances, in terms of progress, in terms of goals and plans, clientele, and education. Libra, you guys are on fire with this. So just whenever you get those lull moments, just go back within. Go up, go out, however you do it. Ground, wear crystals, whatever helps you to balance and align. Go get that healing. You're going to do great. Ooh, Salem, like Salem, Massachusetts. That's so awesome. I'm watching that. Have you guys seen that show? It's on AMC. It's called Discovery of Witches. It's based on that book by Deborah Harkness, which is really good. Anyways, it talks about that. It's about witches and vampires and everything. It's good. I don't know. That just made me think about it. So if you guys want to have a little fantasy away from the everyday life, check out that show. All right, Scorpios. I am lagging behind in time. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Nice. Okay, Scorpios, Ace of Michael and the Chariot. Guys, this week is for you. It's career advancement. Now, when I say career, people always think of 9-to-5 jobs, and people are like, well, I don't got a 9-to-5 job. I have like my side business, creative project, hustle, where you're a blogger, you're a photographer, whatever it is in regards to your own advancement, whatever your career might be. But you guys are having a lot of inspiration this week, a lot of great new ideas. Understand that when you have new ideas, it can be bumpy starting out because you're fleshing it out. You're trying to figure out the minutia. So just make sure you're very clear with yourself, others, collaborators, bosses, coworkers, vendors, because this week, guys, determination, self-control, and recognition are on the plate. This is on the table for you guys. So keep focused, keep moving forward. If you have a really good idea, don't be afraid to voice it in the boardroom, at that meeting, with your business partner, with your banker account. Like, I really want to do this investment. I feel like it's going to be great. Listen to these ideas. Just make sure that when you do it, don't allow any of the bumps to kind of hinder your progress. So let's say you make a little mistake. Don't let that eat you up for 48 hours and like, oh, I can't trust myself. No, everyone does it. Get back on the horse and keep on going. Okay, this didn't work. Let's go left. Let's go right. Let's do it. What's beautiful about this week for you two Scorpios is that everyone else is going to see it too. You're going to get acknowledgement by coworkers, peers, bosses, clients. Like you really are going to shine this week. So all this hard work, all these new ideas, you are going to be inspired. Like I said, we're entering this new energy, whether we're ready or not. So bite off a little more than you can chew and shoot for it, because it's going to be great. Don't worry if you stumble a little bit, if the first product isn't perfect, or the first time you teach it, there's a couple little things you can get better. That's the whole point. Congratulations, Scorpio. A lot of hard work. Focus, focus, focus. Have those new ideas. Jump on it. You deserve those kudos. Run with it. Great week for work, career, and business. Just make sure your communication with everybody is very clear, honest, open. So cross those T's, dot those I's, double check those emails. You'll be good. Okay. You guys love that show too? Oh, Salem, Oregon. There's a Salem in Oregon? I didn't know that. Isn't that show so good though, guys? I love Discovery of Witches. I've read that book years ago and now it's a show. I'm so happy. There's a couple. It's a trilogy, I think. Get the book. The first season only had 8 episodes. I'm like, why? There should be at least 12. I was hooked. And I don't even really watch TV. Anyway, side note. Sagittarius. One clarity card. Okay. The reason I want clarity is you have the Knight of Raphael and the Chariot as well, which are both very good cards, but they're about 2 very different things. So I wanted a clarity card, and you have the Knight of Michael. Okay, so guys, Sagittarius, this is a pretty busy week for you. It's not just about the relationships in your life, which are really fantastic at this point. You know you're really trying to cultivate that. And let me tell you guys, relationships are up and down. There's no such thing as perfect. Don't wait for perfect. What makes it so healthy and great is you continue to work together. And this week really is about, for you, it's a big focus on both. There's a focus not just on your relationships, but this would tell me, Sagittarius, that it's really hard when things are going up and down to focus on work, right? So this week, it really is a focus of balance between your work. Work is going great. It's going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of things happening on your social life and your romantic life and your partnerships in your home. And it really is, it's a beautiful week for you. It's a busy week for you. Now you have the Nine of Michael, and I wanted clarity. I'm like, well, which one is this really kind of answering? It's more about the balance, because there's going to be some stress and anxiety and all. You know, when everything's going really good, we're waiting for that shoe to drop. We're like, I can't maintain this. I don't want this to leave. Me and my husband are communicating great. My boss is loving me. Things are going good. The kids are happy. It's summer. And it's like, but then overwhelm comes, right? Because we try to control and keep that balance. We don't want to leave, and there's no shame or blame in that. But the best thing you can do, Sag, just be in the moment. Stop future tripping. Shit's going to go down at some point. Pardon my French. Things are going to go down, and then they're going to go back up, and then they're going to plateau, and they're going to do, you know, that's just life. So this week, enjoy every moment. Enjoy the love. If you're a single Sagittarius, there really is a very good opportunity to meet somebody this week. Understand that this kind of, when you meet this kind of particular person, it can happen very fast, very like heart flutter, swept off your feet. If there's male Sagittarius is out there, you might feel very inspired. I'm going to go for it. This person's amazing. I'm just going to wine and dine. And you want to move very fast. Okay. My suggestion this week, what's meant for you cannot pass you. So enjoy the moment. Don't try to rejuggle work or call in sick just to be with this person. Enjoy them. Focus here. Don't become overwhelmed. Don't be like, wow, I can't see them this week because I got to work, but I don't want to lose them. Chill. Just take a breather. Talk to them. Enjoy it. Go for a coffee. Do what you can. Balance work and the relationships this week as best you can, because you're overwhelmed. You're stressed about it. Nothing negative is supposed to happen. But if you continue to stress and worry and what ifs, you're going to create it. So let's just surrender it up. Don't go to the next day or the next day. Just be here. Enjoy every beautiful, juicy, delicious moment. It's a good week, Sagittarius. Don't let your mind get to you. Don't future trip. Don't try to get too over the top. Just be present. It's a good week. It's a good week. Oh, Can this be my week? I'm not a Sagittarius, but I will take this happily. I'll even take some of that stress. Now we have Caps. Oh, I'm waiting for the upcoming season too. I think it's not supposed to happen until the end of the year. I'm just gonna pull the books out, reread them again. Okay. Capricorn. Woo! This card, man. That's for clarity. I'm just trying to see what area of the life this is happening. Okay. So you guys also have the 9 of Michael, 8 of Gabriel, and the clarity card is the solutions card to Major Arcana. I was trying to see if there's a specific area to focus on, but it looks like overall. So for you guys this week, Capricorns, there's a lot of activity, decisions, communication needs to happen, things need to be made. We got to go left, we got to go right. We got to make some choices. We're trying to move with it. And you guys are feeling a little overwhelmed this week with it. So please understand with the 8 of Gabriel, these are things that you kind of actually want, right? Like, yeah, an example, maybe you're planning a wedding. Yeah, it sounds all great, right? But when you get to the nitty gritty, paying, trying to rearrange, you don't get the videographer you want, things like that. It's like, oh, this is just an example, Caps. Because I have a Capricorn friend that's getting married. It made me think about it. And things have to move. Days coming up, decision has to be made, dress has to be steamed. The guys don't have their tuxes. There's a lot of different things that happen. This is just an example. Caps, whatever you're going through in your life, this week is going to be a very busy week. A lot of media results, a lot of change, a lot of moves. Do your best not to be overwhelmed when you have this stress. Surrender it up. When you have the solutions card, honestly, the best thing you can do, Caps, is be objective. Be objective. Be able to compromise. If you hold on to every little thing that does not work out, this is going to be a very long week because shit doesn't always work out. But if the main thing is working out, like I'm still getting that job, I'm still getting married, who cares if you didn't get the florist that you wanted? Who cares that you didn't get that particular office, you got that office? Don't get caught up on the minutia this week, Capricorns. Forgive, let go, and everything's going to be awesome. What's awesome about the solutions card is that you're still going to be successful, but what's gonna have that thing be successful, or that event, or your life, or whatever it is your ability to step back, look at the macro perspective, not the micro perspective, and be like, you know what? In the bigger scheme of things, it's not a big deal. I'm annoyed. Maybe it's not my preference, but ultimately, I'm healthy. I'm happy. I still have this. I'm still getting there. I'm still getting that job. I'm still getting married. I'm still moving that house. And my health is here. Whatever it is. You know what it is? And let it go. Don't get pissy. Just do your best to let it go. Go take a breather, punch your bag, and then keep moving forward because it's going to be a busy week. So just keep moving, keep chugging. And sometimes, guys, when things don't work out the way you want, in a couple weeks, you're going to be so glad that happened. So sometimes things are happening for a reason. So let's not get tripped up. Let's just be like, all right, universe, you knew that I wanted this to happen, but this happened. So you must have something under your sleeve. There's a reason for this. So I'm going to trust it. I'm going to be a little pissed. I'm going to breathe through it, but I'm going to keep going because I have faith that there's a reason for this. So, and I know you know it. So we're going to be fine. So try to release a lot of that stress. So just make sure that you are decompressing. That doesn't mean sitting down watching TV. That means breathing, tapping, meditating, journaling, because emotional energy must be expressed in order to be released. Go to the gym, go for a hike, get it out, surrender it up, keep moving. Okay, we're going on to Aquarius. Let's do this. Whew. Let's see. Sorry, guys, just waiting for that right card. This one looks like it wanted to pop out too. So I'm usually picking two, but if a third one comes up, I'm going to listen to it. So you guys have 4 of Michael, the solutions card, and the King of Gabriel. So first things first, Aquarius, there's a lot of mental stress you're going through this week. So it's really important that you sleep. It's very important that you sleep this week. It's very important that you take quiet time. It's very important that you meditate. I'm already seeing, reading for all the signs, I'm already seeing the theme. So honestly, if all the signs had a go-to, it would be to rest, it would be to meditate, and it would be to be with loved ones. That's really the theme for a lot of us. And it's not because it's a bad thing, but we need that support. We need to be in a good space to make decisions. Doesn't mean the life isn't going to move around, but it's really important. So Aquarius this week, because you have the solutions card with the 4 of Michael, let's not take too much crazy action this week. For you, it's more about getting into a better mental space. Physical. Maybe you started a new job, Aquarius, and between the hours and the commute, you are just exhausted, right? That's just an example. You're exhausted, you're frustrated. Because of that, when you get home, maybe you're, irritated with the kids or something like that. There's a lot of buildup. So it's really important that you get the insight, the clarity to make decisions, the clarity for the right words in sleep, in rest, in meditation, in prayer. Go for a walk. Maybe after dinner, go for a nice walk with the dog, with your partner, with the kids, whatever, with yourself, and just so healing. When you have the solutions card, they're saying don't stress too much, Aquarius. Everything's going to be fine. Some things are going to work out, some things aren't. But what's really going to be healthy is that compromising aspect. Well, this didn't work out, but that is negotiable. I'm actually, all the things that are non-negotiable, I'm getting my way, right? Like certain pay or certain boundaries or certain health or whatever it is. So compromise, be objective, like, okay, well, it's not just me. So step out. They're really asking you to step back from the issue and look at it from a very broad perspective. Now, the clarity card is the King of Gabriel. And this is saying, look at big picture. King of Gabriel keeps his eyes on the big picture. It's about being able to see the play out of everything, not just your life. It's about, don't worry so much about the details. Leave that to other people. Just make sure that the big things are fine. And when you pull out like that, you're less stressed. Like, you know what? This doesn't matter. Screw it. The morning wasn't perfect. I'm going to let it go. Okay. I don't care. I got out 15 minutes later. It's done. It's fine. I'm home now. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You're going to be, this is also a card of success, but it's because it's not just about you. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're generally concerned for other people, your family, your friends, your goals, your career, your investments. So this week, it is a successful week for you, Aquarius, but it's about being able to de-stress, decompress, take that time out, compromise. A little bit like Capricorn, except it's not going to move as fast. But it's definitely about self-control, having patience with those around you. And as long as you can keep your eye on the big picture, forward movement is guaranteed. Success is guaranteed. Just try not to get stuck on the details and just keep moving forward. Okay? I know for some of these signs, you're like, oh, but look at all 3 of your signs. It's okay. Now, last but not least, Pisces. I know you guys timestamp, so Pisces usually doesn't literally wait this whole time, but I'm still very grateful for the patience of those Pisceans that do wait until the very end. So let's see. Shake off some of that energy. Ooh, they're coming out in clumps. Some of these cards for some of these signs, I'm just asking for clarity because they're kind of broad. And I know some of the energy this week, while exciting because we're moving into this amazing new space, like anything, especially if we're dragging our feet or like what, it's going to feel a little heavy in transition. So for you, Pisces, 8 of Michael, 6 of Ariel, the Chariot card is your clarity card. So first things first, Pisces, there is a lot of choices to be made, and it's going to ask that you be courageous. It's going to ask that you free yourself. Nothing is actually keeping you back, Pisces, except you. Your mind, your fears, your trepidations, and that's so human, right? So cut yourself some slack. That's why, please, if you didn't see the intro to these videos, please go back to what I was having to say to everybody about this energy. But you can be free. You can have your independence emotionally, financially, creatively. You guys really are being asked to make a lot of changes for yourself, and because these put 6 of air on Chariot, this could be in terms of your living situation. It could be in terms of your job, your creativity, finances, money, security. But understand that, funny enough, while we might be focusing on career and finances and money, what holds us back is sometimes our emotional lives. So sometimes we're like, oh, I really shouldn't, I really don't want to live with my roommate anymore, but you know, financially it's better. The universe is like, no, if the space is toxic and not good, it's going to affect your career. Jump out, try to find a studio, rent a room, move back home, focus on your creative endeavors. Oh, sorry. Of course, the gardener's coming right now, so you hear the lawnmower. Focus on your career, focus on yourself. But what's really important is when we're trying to make changes for ourselves, living situations, career, creativity, investments, buying that car, whatever it is, we have to be in a good emotional space, even if we're a little nervous. They're saying, look at change. You have to choose to make these changes. You're not seeing things quite clearly. You're like, well, Angelique, I don't have the money. Okay, well, so how can I possibly make these changes? When you have the 6 of Ariel, your material needs are going to be met in ways that you don't expect. The universe is not asking you to have all the answers. It's asking you to know what you need and want and walk towards it. That's it. You might be getting money in terms of a raise you didn't expect, a refund you didn't know. Maybe someone's offering you a discount, or like, hey, or like an apartment at a rate that you thought was like impossible, but it's not. You're working through your limited framework. So you're spinning your wheels. How can I figure this out? What can I do? What can I do? But that was the same energy that the issue was created in. So you have to step back and be like, all right, let me be your sign, Pisces. The solutions, the answers, the money, the changes, all the things that you cannot control, the universe is going to provide. So don't stress about it. What you can do is start making choices in favor of yourself. So if you need a new job, start that job plan. If you need a new place, even if you're like, I can't afford it on my own, I don't give a crap, start looking. Because your actions, the universe loves affirmations, but it loves actions more. You're telling the universe, I'm looking for an apartment. This is my price range. This is why vision boards are so good. Put a picture of a house, put how much you want to pay. Or if you're trying a healthy relationship, a healthy diet, a healthy mood, whatever it is, get very clear. Get very clear on what you want, guys, because it's going to be successful. Financially, you're going to be successful. Creatively, career-wise, this week is all about success. But the reason it's going to be so successful for you, Pisces, is because you took a step. You were brave and you jumped and you tried, even if it's a small little jump. What looks small to one person can be huge to another. So just understand that when you have the 8 of Michael, you need to free yourself from your own fears, from your own insecurities, and understand that fear is not real. It feels so damn real, but it's not. So just break yourself free. You're worthy. You can do it. And it's okay. Let's say you make this change and then you scurry back because you're scared. It's all good, Pisces. Take a deep breath and jump again. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Like when I was just telling my sister this, like when kids are learning to like ride a tricycle and like they're trying to go up like a hill and like they're, oh, and they roll back down the hill and they're like, they bicycle up again and they roll back down the hill and then they try one more time and then they make it over the hill. That's very much what this energy is like. So I should have said that at the beginning of the video. That's very much what this energy is like. So don't be sad and don't beat yourself up if you tried to make that change and you got scared. Or you tried and didn't quite make it. I look like Carlton right now. I don't know if you've seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But you're going to do it. Just keep trying because the lesson is not going to go away. So you might as well just dust yourself off, grab a glass of water, and do it again, Pisces. This is a very successful week in terms of money, finances. You have a lot of opportunities for networking. And what's good about this week, Pisces, give. Go help your friend move, go do something, because a lot of the blessings that are coming your way are coming through people. So when you kind of get out of your shell and stop like ruminating and go spend time with family and friends and other people, opportunities like, hey, I'm looking for somebody, will I hire you? I'm looking for your services. I'm looking for a roommate. It's going to come that way. Very successful week. You just got to do it for you. No one else can do that for you. You have to break free for you. I hope that serves you guys. I hope you have an amazing week. I do offer tarot sessions, guidance, life coaching, soul readings, and healings. If any of that can serve you guys, let me know. I'm hoping to come up with a new webinar soon, so we'll see a lot of people have been asking for webinars on energy work, and some people have taken some of my courses have really asked for that. So if anybody's interested in something like that, whether it's I show people how to create energy, move it, you know, the aura, the body, working with angels. That's something you guys are interested in. Shoot me an email because I'm trying to form some new workshops, and I wanted to cater to what you guys are looking for, where you guys are at energetically, and what can really help. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a beautiful week. De-stress, be with people you love, take time out, and more importantly, guys, be compassionate with yourself. Have that cry, punch that pillow, scream in your car. You're not always going to trip up. Things are going to get better. Even if right now it feels really hard, it's going to. We have to have faith. Support your friend. Let them support you. It's okay if you stumble. Get back up. You're going to do fine. Okay, guys? I'll see you guys next week. Otherwise, have a beautiful day.